Okay, let's try and get started. Got that going. Oh yeah, I should post a notice. I don't know why stream mode wasn't turned on, but let's do that. There we go. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for listening.
Yes. That is indeed what I am doing. I figured kind of needed to kind of do a bit of a palate cleanser, and also figured, well, I've been meaning to kind of push myself to actually friggin' finish up this game.
Yeah.
So probably play some of this and do that. Kind of thinking on it, that's what I wound up doing with the Let's Go Eevee. Kind of stream that to kind of get through playing that.
Yeah.
And I've decided to set myself a discrete goal here to evolve Palma, which is it's just walking around, right?
Yep.
Alright. So we're just going to have some fun walking around, observing the world. Waiting for this little guy to do something with his stubby little legs.
Yeah.
How are you, Argo?
That's about it. Just, my nan stayed up late the other night, like at 1 a.m. She decided to eventually go to bed, and then she paid for that yesterday by essentially sleeping all day yesterday on the lounge. When I eventually got her to get up, she fell. So I got an ambulance in, picked her up. They gave her a check over just in case she, injured anything. And then she basically fell right back to sleep on the lounge after they left. So I had to then get her up again. This was about midnight. Helped her, get a drink, go to the toilet, all that. And this time I told her to at least, if she's not gonna go into bed, at least sleep in her recliner. So that way, because it's an automatic recliner or an electric recliner, so like even has like a system to help her get up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she almost fell again. I caught her this time. But yeah, I was pretty much up all night Just in case she woke up and needed help.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So you've been living not quite an escort mission, but basically.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fun times.
Okay, so, um, you also, I just read here, and this is a thing that I probably missed when I did this. Um, you then have to level it up while outside of its Pokeball after 1,000 steps.
Ah. Hmm.
So, like, probably that means, like, also doing the, auto battle system. Like, what level is, like, what's its experience?
Let's see.
Yeah. So either that means feeding it some candy or
Hmm.
auto battle.
Hmm. Do the
Use to
thing.
attack.
What?
It's like looking at who to battle. The Meowth looks at you. It's like too cute.
Yeah. Persian. Persian wants a fight, though. Yeah. You wanna go? Oh, jeez. His friend came up and attacked me from behind! Almost. Oh, heck. That almost knocked you down to 0 and it countered. Okay. Keep that hand strong, small. Herb.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, Bryn.
Sorry,
Not
I
long
was
now.
in the middle of a battle in Tactics Ogre, so.
I guess it hadn't quite reached 1,000 steps yet.
Mm-hmm.
You will walk 1,000 steps and you'll walk another 1,000 more.
Hopefully it'll evolve in that halfway point.
Hopefully. We can only hope. Maybe your Pomo can become Possum.
Oh yeah, you can do that too.
Oh, I beat Bug Fables. It was
Nice.
good. It was a good game.
That's good. Let's see, where is... Ah, the stealth Dargan disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Just think it would be fun to get, but yeah. Let's do it. There's the stealth Dargan. Yeah.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
For a second, I thought
yeah.
that's the thing said derpy.
You know? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, also, latest Owl House, really good. I liked it.
That's that? Cool.
Technically, it was leaked like a couple of weeks ago, but I waited till today because today is the air date.
Okay.
But yeah, very good. Same old humor, same old emotional whiplash. You know the drill by now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We switched everything. Why? I find it weird to see that all of these Psyduck are gathering around me.
They're looking at you.
Yeah, they're not at the battle. They're looking at the specific. Maybe they sense Liberty's inherent psychic power.
Yeah, from what I can tell, some Pokemon, they do act a little weird sometimes. To the point where it's like, you can't even say it's the game engine acting weird. No, those were intentionally programmed in.
I guess.
Oh, what a feeling! A spider's on my ceiling. Better not go into my bathroom or bedroom, or it'll die. I will kill it.
Send in the double stuff.
I guess
That was.
that's one thing that makes me glad that I'm not in the Pokemon universe, because if a bug got in your house in the Pokemon universe, I think it's going to take more than a can of Raid to get it out.
That's why you battle it.
Well, what if I'm a normal person who doesn't do the whole battle thing? What if I'm one of the normal people having
That's when you hope that one of those many trainers making their journey decides to wander into your house and take care of it
and
for you.
that's another reason not to live in that world.
No, that's why you moved to Paldea.
Oh yeah, Paldea.
Civilized.
With places that you literally can't get into, which it is really weird when you play a Pokemon game and you can't go into a building. That just feels weird, doesn't it?
I just imagine that meme, like a trainer from any other region goes to Paldea, tries to walk in someone's house and it's locked, and they just let me in.
Let me in!
It's like, this door's... There's some sort of mysterious force that won't let me open this door. You mean a lock?
Oh, what? Is that some kind of Pokemon?
You know, there's probably a lock Pokemon to go along with the frickin' key one.
You know, I mean, you say that, and I'm like, at first that's stupid, but then I remember, yeah,
Left key.
we do have the Klefki Pokemon.
But yeah, it's like a student of the academy is just walking to school when this tourist trainer just like locks eyes with him, and runs up. Hi, with locked eyes, you must now battle me. No, I'm going to school. But you locked eyes with me. Battle. No.
Battle! No. Battle! Did you hear me? No means no!
Well,
Battle?
that's Nimona.
Okay, yeah, she's like the only exception. She totally would do the whole lock eyes, now we battle thing. Honestly, I want to see an anime just following her journey, how she got there, because she definitely has protagonist energy.
What is that silhouette? Well, let's take a look and see what happens. Am I wasting my time?
Well, you never know. I did watch a video of a guy who caught every Pokemon that you can without ever catching without getting a badge. You can catch like over 300 Pokemon without a single badge.
Oh, it's one of these duders.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, 300 Pokemon without a single badge. That's that's impressive.
Oh, it's earth, not rock. That's why. Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thunder Wave's not going to work against the ground type. You know that, right?
Right. I forgot. Yeah, it can be paralyzed, but it just can't be by an electric move.
Yeah, like Body Slam. I think electric Pokemon can't be paralyzed. Can they?
I think they
poison
can't.
Yeah, you're right. You can't freeze an ice type. You can't poison a poison type, and you can't paralyze an electric type, and you can't burn a fire type.
Cheer.
And I would say you can't poison a steel type, but little miss.
Wasn't there a Pokemon ability that specifically allows it?
I literally was just about to say that. Literally, the sexy lizard said, "Hold my beer."
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm gonna run from this. I am not doing any.
Yeah,
What level was it?
The wrong Pokemon.
I don't know, but I wasn't dealing damage enough to go with the timer, and I was poorly. I sent in an electric type against a ground type.
You thought it was a rock, but yeah.
And I'm not exactly a fan of Super Monkey Ball there, so.
Okay, he's not a monkey.
Okay, Super
he's a
Ape
primate.
Ball. Okay.
Yeah.
I like him better than his orangutan cousin. Oh, that's a Delibird.
I think I'll go for it.
Well, it is water, so fry it up. You know what actually this reminds me of? In the Pokemon manga, when it came to the Gold and Silver arc, the main villain used a bunch of ice types. He had an evil Delibird. It's kinda hard to take a boss seriously when one of their main Pokemon is a goddamn Delibird.
I mean, that the present can be nasty, so...
Yeah. So, Tactics Ogre Reborn is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make me realize though. Fire Emblem Engage is out.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, when I said I wasn't running my game yesterday, Dragon said, "Oh, it wouldn't have anything to do with Fire Emblem Engage coming out." I literally forgot it came out yesterday.
Kind of just came out of nowhere, it almost feels like.
I mean, it was announced and all that, but it's definitely one of those, like, games that, unless you're, like, in that sphere of, like, RPGs and stuff, yeah, it does feel like it came out of nowhere. But from what I could tell, the story isn't as good as the other ones, but the gameplay is on point.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good. Because even if a story is mediocre, if the gameplay is good, you can overlook things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, hello to Ken Noob.
Yeah.
And
don't worry, I'll have the game for next week. I just needed a little more time to prepare because this week, not my best week emotionally, and I also had other stuff on top of that, so...
Yep, and yes, hello, Ken Noob.
Yeah. Just did not have the time to run it.
Is that...
Nope. But don't worry. Cool technology shall be...
Had.
Found, whatever. And he will fight robots and aliens, and maybe robot aliens. I don't know. Galarian. Anything could happen.
Yep.
I'm just glad you're sticking around.
Uh,
Even if I am a mediocre GM.
yeah, one of my friends is running her very first campaign,
Oh.
and she's doing Agents of Edgewatch.
What's the plot of that one? It feels familiar.
That is, you are police.
Right, Pathfinder 1, right?
No, 2E.
Oh. Oh, no, I must be thinking of a similar... there's like another... It's like a 1E that has like agents in its name. I must be mixing up.
Yeah, no, but you basically... You are, you start off as essentially beat cops in, one of the, districts of Absalom. It is a notorious, adventure path because it was one of the few that was designed, as the, system was being made. So balance wasn't really fixed or wasn't quite up to snuff.
So it's kind of like it's like trying to play the original Pathfinder 1 adventure paths when it was just D&D 3.5.
Possibly, I don't know much about that, but yeah, from what we have learned about it, as in the community, was that because Paizo does a lot of freelance work, they hire freelancers. So they the freelancer that was working on the encounters for the first book basically didn't exactly know how those encounters were going to be used. So just basically made a bunch of encounters just to, you know, cover basis.
Okay.
And the guy, like, whoever it was that was actually putting the book together was like, what was it, like, 11 encounters in one day? Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that I could. All right. Multiple encounters in one day can be fun, especially if it's like a tense situation of, okay, either hold the line or you're on the run. But 11, even in that situation, is a bit excessive.
Level 1.
Okay, yeah, that is extremely excessive. Like, if you're level 1, 2, maybe 3 encounters, but that has to be, like, really telegraphed.
Like, unless you're, like, taking the piss out of it with, like, oh, your encounter is a training dummy, or something, like, yeah.
You're attacked by a goblin with what appears to be a cardboard sword.
No, so what it actually is, it is like a zoo, and all the animals in the zoo have gone wild.
That sounds hilarious, and I imagine there is a chance for a comedy, but,
Yeah, comedy! Like, the first encounter is a cockatrice.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
AKA, everybody must get stoned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty hard... Yeah, might not have been the best adventure path to do a first-time DMing job.
Yeah, we've warned her about that several times, but then we're also like, look, just here's some advice we can give you. Just
Yeah.
That leads to the league.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like for me, at least when I'm running Iron Gods, I know how infamously hard it can be in the beginning. I'm with a group of people who are more experienced with D&D, albeit with one newbie, but you guys can hold on her. You can protect her.
That Chansey just used ninja substitution.
I just realized I could have chased on a bike, but oh well.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, because we're all aware of how hard the first book is, we've all, like, none of us have a caster class. I mean, yeah, no, we've got no caster class. Because it's like, resources.
Might be one of the few times where not having a caster is okay.
Yeah. So, I'm just basically using my Kamen Rider idea that I'm going to be using for the the Power Ranger campaign. And I'm like, yeah, I can easily transplant that into Pathfinder.
Henshin a go-go, baby.
Mm-hmm. An armor inventor with the Mindsmith archetype.
Oh no, that totally fits the whole Kamen Rider Sentai aesthetic. Yeah, that is perfect.
And the Mindsmith goes with the whole idea of it being based on God of War.
Yeah, no, that is... Hey, if there's something I admire about you is that you are really good at taking some of these esoteric ideas and putting them into places that they shouldn't, or you would think that you wouldn't be able to mechanically do it. I respect that you can pull it off.
The one, like, the way you do it, right, is, you have, a lot of people make a lot of mistakes when they're trying to, like, make, like a, pop culture character in, like, a game that might not work. For example, Bayonetta. Everybody immediately is like, yep, she's a witch, so we're gonna do the witch class. No.
Jeez.
Other than the fact that she's called a witch, she doesn't actually really do any sort of like witchy things.
Outside of summoning things, and really, that's more of a summoner shtick anyway.
Yeah, but even then, like, so the best way I think to do Bayonetta is probably a gunslinger, a pistolero gunslinger.
Definitely.
With a psychic dedication.
So you get an account for multiple guns?
Well, the psychic also has, like, you get to choose like a special psychic specialization, and one of them is called Distant Grasp, which is like you essentially have empowered mage hand.
Oh, and that's how you do the hair thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, yeah.
And because psychic is an occult caster, they get access to a fair amount of incarnations. Incarnations are a special kind of summon that show up for like 2 rounds, do their thing, and disappear. Which is basically how she summons the demons in the games.
Yeah, like, you know, the fist and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I've always had to think about, like, yeah, I follow that. I think I do a pretty good job of also trying to do the pop culture thing, if I could just fit it. Or at least, if I want to try my ideas, I'm willing to concede that, you know, sometimes I have to think outside the box.
No, why did I go Distant Grasp?
Well,
Actually, no, it might... there's another one which gets access to, like, psychic blades, which...
you'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm not making Bayonetta anyway, so...
Yeah. Although I will admit, trying to go for a JoJo character...
Not just summoner.
Yeah, exactly. Just go summoner. Or if you want to go the Haman or Spin type of character from the other JoJos, just plain monk.
Yeah.
Although I'm with my Thursday game, we're doing I run one week and another GM runs another FFD 20 game the other. So I'm doing a Mandragora Blue Mage.
All-seeing eye, because it's a psychic. No, it's a psychic.
Terrestrialization.
Yeah.
And it's like a dog, so like seeing eye dog, all seeing eye dog.
Yeah. I think my Mandragora Blue Mage is going to be good, especially since I'm doing a variant Blue Mage that focuses on debuffs. Like, actually, a lot of the Blue Mage spells are debuff-esque, so I can do damage, debuff, and the occasional support with stuff like Choco Kira and Raise. Keep everybody topped up.
You know, just realized, if you wanted to make a Pathfinder 2nd Edition supplement that was about Banjo-Kazooie, you could just call it Banjo-Tooie.
I like that!
Yeah.
I like that. And hey, Paizo wouldn't be against it.
God, it reminds me of a thing I saw recently. I'm not sure if it was posted in on our server or if it was something that I saw on like Reddit. And it was like the red mage alignment chart.
Oh yeah, okay, you have the true red mage, and then you have these people that are like, they follow the philosophy of a red mage, or they wear red like a red mage. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
And if I recall, Banjo-Kazooie was alignment rebel or something like that, where it's like, it was the complete opposite. Didn't wear red,
Okay, I found it. I'll post it in our ship posting so you can read it out. Here you go.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. So you have
Radical anarchy.
yep, purist, neutral, and rebel for appearance, and
I can agree on that.
I think my favorite part though is neutral rebel. A blue mage is a red mage. What?
That is technically the truth, given they do. Red mage is defined by the fact that they can use both white and black magic. Therefore, anyone who can do both healing and offensive magic has to be a red mage, right?
And they also wear unusual clothing.
Flamboyant.
And yeah, who's more flamboyant than a red mage? The blue mage.
Oh yeah. I mean, hell, I've seen what they look like in FFD, FF14. They are flamboyant as fuck, and I love it. I love how the blue mage evolved to basically look like that, a performer kind of deal.
Mm.
It looks cool. Also, Sora from Kingdom Hearts is a red mage, and yeah, that's agreeable.
Now, you know what? Melina would be a rebel neutral.
Also, you guys did see what I noticed, right? You're into horses. I'm into sheep. You're into dragons.
Yeah.
Are we gonna complete the Chinese zodiac?
Well, the thing is, that all gets disrupted by Conrad being into foxes.
Yeah.
That is true. We need to get him on something like rabbits or something.
You're going to have to do some intense mental reprogramming to get Conrad away from foxes.
There's also another wrench in that, and it's like, yeah, I like dragons, but I also like goblins, and they're not in the Chinese zodiac.
Yeah, but your main OC is Dragonkin.
Yeah.
I just laugh at the fact that I just sort of locked into sheep. It happened one time and then it happened another and just kept going, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. At least I'm not cliche.
Mm-hmm.
Most people just go for the fox or bunny girl. Yeah, I'll take the sheep girl.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Okay.
I am of Irish descent.
From what I understand, it's the Welsh that are considered sheep fuckers. Unless I'm getting my stereotypes wrong. Yes, also.
Well, Irish, Welsh, and New Zealanders. Or Australians, if you hear from a New Zealander. That is a breloom.
Yes. Fight me.
Fight, 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 fight.
And what is your dealio?
That looks like rock.
It is.
Yeah. As far as gimmicks are concerned, I definitely like the terrestrializing gimmick the most.
Yeah. I still enjoy some of the things, like, like, I have an enjoyment for all of the gimmicks to some degree, but, like, in terms of, like, both as a thing and also as, like, a balanced battle mechanic, it does feel the best of all of the ones we've gotten.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Smokin straight up wants to ban it, it has to be doing something good. Like, it just threw the meta out the window because terrestrializing can fix even a weak Pokemon just by being able to alter its typing. Sure, not every Pokemon's gonna benefit, but others, you either got a way to block their weakness or enhance their strength.
Yeah, it is neat.
And the fact that any Pokemon can terrestrialize means you gotta work hard to predict.
Yeah. It's not just a matter of, oh, this is one that can Mega Evolve and is part of the meta, so it's gonna do the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Mega Evolve, Ultramax, whatever. Dynamax, not Ultramax. Eh.
I know I really like Mega Evolution, though I kind of also at the same time wish they had just straight up made them evolutions.
I can agree on that.
The...
Yeah,
And I would say the Z move thing was kind of neat, but like it was so limited, and it was like, oh, you do the one thing, and that's it.
So
yeah.
I'm back. So here is the competitive player sort of view on Z moves.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely busted. Because you basically... It was kind of the same problem that Gigantamax had, in that you couldn't really prepare for them or counter them.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Gigantamax, if like, oh look, they have Gigantamax, I'm gonna go Gigantamax to counter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But once
like
you're hit with like a super powerful Z move, yeah, if your Pokemon goes down, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Gigantamax, you have that turn of, well, your Pokemon might survive, and then you just Gigantamax or switch to a Pokemon to counter it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like one of the counters to Mega Pokemon is the fact that it's like, okay, you are generally aware of what Pokemon on a team is going to Mega Evolve. It's like if you see a Gardevoir on their team and they don't have any other Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, then it's like, yep, that's gonna Mega Evolve.
That's the Pokemon, yeah. There are tells.
Yeah.
Especially with like team composition or whatever. Unless somebody is trying to confuse everyone and not have a Mega Evolution, in which case, okay, cool, but you're kind of crippling yourself.
So no, Gardevoir is good enough to stand on her own without...
Definitely one of the few Pokemon that can do that.
Mm. And then you have situations like Garchomp, who is actually better as default. Mega Garchomp is actually weaker.
Oh yeah, isn't it the reason why it's worse is because it actually gets slower to the point where it actually can hurt itself, you know, it can kill it?
Yeah, basically, what makes Garchomp such a big threat is its high attack and its high speed.
Because it's a sweeper,
Mm-hmm.
a bit of a glass cannon, because you hit it once with a dragon move or an ice, or God forbid, an ice move.
Yeah.
It's gonna go down like a ton of bricks. The problem is surviving its attack. Because if you let that thing set up a dragon dance or two, oh boy!
It's why I take a lot of umbrage with like you see a lot of competitive advice sort of stuff for like team building and that, and the number one thing a lot of people will say, and like a lot of these websites say, God of War, you should max out speed on. And I was just sitting there, I'm like, I decided to have a look at all the major threats to God of War, and I'm like, even if I max out speed, God of War is not going to outspeed these, because they're going to max out their speed, so what's the point?
Yeah, because everybody maxes out speed on a sweeper.
Yeah, so I then basically put all those points I would have put into speed into defenses. And that has been serving me amazingly well. Things that would have one-shot God of War are now like a two-shot, which means I can actually, you know, either counter or I use Citrus Berry to get some of that HP back to turn it into a three-shot.
Yeah, it's one of those unexpected, the glass cannon is made of tempered glass.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good way to put it. A tempered glass cannon.
Mm-hmm.
No, see, it's moments like that that make me appreciate that a meta can evolve, even if it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't like Smogon, because they try to stamp out meta evolution.
Yeah. It's one thing if, like, there is a goddamn dominant strategy, like, okay, the freaking Alpha Sapphire and Ruby Delta Rayquaza. Okay, that right there should be banned because holy shit.
I mean, that would be the thing that would be banned for being like an Uber anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's banned from Ubers.
Yeah, so, like, Smogon has banned, like, you know, Mega Rayquaza. The problem is, like, VGC does not ban Pokemon. They will have restricted Pokemon where it's like, at the moment with the current season, you can't use any of this generation's legendaries.
Mm.
And yeah, so it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Let the non-legendary Pokemon shine before we bring in these powerhouses into the season. And the one thing that they always have, almost always have restricted is Mythics. I hate that they restrict Mythics. There's only been like one season where they decided to allow Mythics in, and it was fun because hey, I got to blast people with Flare Cannon from Magina.
Heh. Unleash the Unibeam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy shit, that was a Ditto. Okay.
Gotta love that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, and it's
Oh,
Limber.
god damn.
It's Limber. Let's
Now,
try
I'm
Milk.
small. It appears to be mimicking you.
No, it's a Ditto.
Ha!
Delicious electricity.
Wonder what electricity would taste like. I feel like it would taste like a citrusy flavor to them.
Who knows?
Okay, that's about as low as it's gonna go.
Maybe it tastes like potatoes because potatoes are energy. I mean, at least my theory makes more sense than Peter Griffin's when he said that Red Bull gives them energy, kerosene can be used for energy, therefore Red Bull is kerosene. I mean, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, come on. Get in the ball, you goop. Ah, there it
In the
is.
bag, yeah. You think she ever tried to get Nebby back in the bag when it evolved?
I think the best you're going to get with that is draping a small snack on the snoot of Lunala and or Solgaleo.
Yeah.
Well, but at least with Sugaleo, she might be able to get into a box. It's still a giant cat.
Now you got me remembering that one picture that shows all of the various cat Pokemon fitting into boxes.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I'm remembering? I remember watching a video where a guy actually beat this game without catching a Pokemon. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it just soloed it. No. The harder part is, remember, you need 3 Pokemon in order to do the star challenges. It got kind of interesting to figure out how to get gift Pokemon. Yeah, the whole solo, not catching being about catching a Pokemon is a little more interesting to me, especially when you have to figure out how to get past obstacles. What patty cake with a Vigoroth.
Yes, extreme patty cake.
Indeed.
Alright, do you feel like evolving now, Small? Oh.
Ooh, Crunch.
So do I want to replace? Let's see, Crunch, 80, 100, lowers defense, target. Yeah, let's replace Assurance. My friggin' giraffe has learned how to crunch. Ooh.
Oh. Hello.
It's happening.
Now press B.
And he has become fluffier.
This is the one thing that a lot of people complain about with the Pormo line. It is just slightly bigger, slightly fluffier. That's it.
Well, look at it this way. At least it got an evolution.
Yeah.
Revival blessing.
One of the best moves in the game.
Whoa.
Okay, so it's a full restore as a move. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huh.
yes, I'll take that.
Okay, so I'm guessing this thing can be useful in competitive play.
Yeah. There are only 2 Pokemon that learn Revival Blessing.
Wait, who's the other?
The Scarab.
The what?
The Scarab?
The one
Scarab.
beetle
The
that you
dung
find out in the
beetle.
desert.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Actually, yeah, that makes sense because scarabs are supposed to be an Egyptian symbol of revival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's actually fitting. I like that.
And with Pormo, the reason why I'm not sure if it's Pormo or Pormot, because it's like if it's Pormo, then it's like its name doesn't really change from its previous evolution.
Let's see. The second stage was called Palmo, and the third is Palmot.
Yeah, but like that could be a silent T.
So it could literally be Pamo.
Yes.
So why does it get that revive move?
Because it channels electricity through the palms of its hands.
It knows how to use lay on hands.
I guess I was going to say defibrillator.
What is lay on hands but just defibrillating somebody?
Yeah, true. I remember seeing I think it might have, I can't remember, it was some like D&D YouTube group like Critical Role. I doubt it was Critical Role, but it might have been Dice Camera Action, where the paladin, every time she used lay on hands, she would rub her hands together and then zap.
Clear.
Yeah.
You know what? I approve of that. I am okay with.
Alright, Small, because you evolved, we are going to get churros. We are celebrating your evolution with...
God, I haven't had a churro in years.
Chocolate or cinnamon?
By the way, your current gold thing, your edit, is still on screen.
I know.
He hasn't got a current goal at the moment, except for churros, which he's doing right now.
Yes.
Oh.
And kind of trying to think. I might go after one of the star bases, but I'll see. Gonna take a look at the map and see what my thoughts are.
Gotta.
Oh, you got Kerrigan in the party. Is it the one I gave you?
Yes.
Yay. I did a good.
Oh, that reminds me. I've completely forgotten the name, and I hate that I've forgotten the name. So, I'm gonna need a reminder. But, in the Pokemon campaign I'm in, I got an Esper, and I wanted to name it after our good old Esper.
Oh, from our game? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was called Cherie.
That's right, Cherie, yes. Of course, yes.
Sherei.
Yeah. Of course, Cherie, yes.
Wait, you don't like it when I reference your characters, but you're fine with taking other references?
I wasn't... no, I'm going to, like...
I'm joking.
Yeah, but no, I'm not actually going to be using the same name. I wanted to use, like, a taking that name and then adapting it in a way like, again, like I said, Mon Cherie.
You could call her Terry, like Sherry and Terry from The Simpsons, but that's stupid.
Nah.
Yeah, like I said, that's stupid.
Poison.
It's stupid because I'm stupid. We're all stupid, but I'm the stupidest.
Speak for yourself, stupid.
Yeah.
Hey!
Let's see, poison. Bugs don't do well with poison, do they?
No.
No. Raid is proof of that.
There's not many things that do good with application of neurotoxin.
That is true. So here's a question. If poison expires, does it become more or less poisonous?
Don't think poison expires.
No. There's a lot of things that have poisons that have like an expiration date. So if it hits the expiration date,
I would think it is less poisonous by definition because it's losing its effectiveness.
Yeah, or what I assume it probably is it's like less potent, so it might take longer It's probably yeah, it does less.
It turns
Sense.
from being a harmful, deadly poison to a slightly less harmful, deadly poison.
Yes.
No, can't bring out the because.
Speaking of poison, or rather, to my mind, do not watch Velma. Oh God, I think I nearly cringed myself to death.
Yeah, I've seen enough takes on that to just be no.
Yeah.
When you make Shaggy Doo more tolerable, you're doing something wrong.
Did you say Shaggy Doo?
Not Shaggy Doo, Scrappy Doo. Why did I mixed the both? I was gonna say Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue and Scrappy Doo, and I kind of mixed the both together. And yeah, Shaggy and Scooby Get a Clue was considered one of the worst spin-offs.
Yeah, there are two theories I've heard about Velma.
Do tell.
One is that it was some kind of psyops of like, oh, we're gonna make like, I can't even remember, like left wings or whatever, like wingers look bad by giving them.
Oh yeah, because like it's got some of the stereotypes of quote unquote woke stuff by having stuff like race swapping and whatnot.
Yeah.
I heard that it was supposed to be that it originally was supposed to be like one of her an self-insert OC show of hers, and they wouldn't do it unless it was like attached to a big name.
Yeah, that one sounds more likely. The psyops
Yeah.
one is just one of those theories that it's one of those crazier theories that people come up with to try and explain it.
Yeah, to be honest, it sounds like a crazy theory until you look into Mindy herself, and yeah, she's definitely the kind of self-serving person who would do that thing. Also, she sexually harassed a guy and threatened to fire him if he said anything. Yeah, that happened, and not cool.
Yeah. In other news,
Sorry.
yeah, I was going to say Andrew he is one step away from getting basically my new favorite Pokemon.
Yay.
I just had an idea. Oh my god, I've got
Yeah.
I need to commission an artist to draw a Tinkerton fused with Gardevoir.
Ooh, that would look cool. Yeah, that really would.
Tinkervoir.
Ooh, yeah.
Hello there, fellow youth.
You know, I just freaking... I love his disguise.
What disguise?
The thing of glory. Yeah.
You've still got like the red alignment lines on your current goal.
Oh shit.
That's what I was trying to say before.
Right.
I don't think it wasn't showing. Okay, it wasn't showing up on Twitch. It was only showing up on. Right, because we've got direct.
Yeah, you've got direct
Feed,
feed to my software.
Yeah, we got a behind the scenes look.
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse me, Clive. Just need to fix this. Yeah, my name's not Clive.
Success opening up a dialogue. Speak with the students from Team Star's other squads as well. You know, I was going to say was the really all that necessary, but you know what? Yes, with that hair, yes.
Do you have a theory on who Cassiopeia is?
My current theory is that it's the one champion gal with the hair?
I mean, yeah, there aren't a lot of, like, named unique NPCs, so that is a choice, yeah.
I mean, for a brief while, I thought it was the one professor guy, but I mean, he's already linked to another thing, so...
Maybe it's Clyde. What do we know about Clyde?
Wait, no, I know who it is. This is going to be a crazy theory, but hear me out. What if it's Director Clavel?
My God!
First, I'm going to touch
And
the
Clyde is
shiny
his twin
pebble.
brother! Actually, that would be quite a twist if it
What do you mean twin brother? They look nothing alike.
No, they're fraternal twins. Actually,
Like,
that would be
also,
awesome.
that wouldn't work either. Clavel is obviously an older guy, whereas Clive he's a young dude.
Dora the Explorer couldn't figure this out. What hope could I?
Don Atticus.
To be fair, you know, when I first was playing the plot, I thought they were pretty dumb, but going through it all, the plots are better written than you would think. I'll eat crow on that. Yeah, the first impressions of everything had me looking down, but yeah. Going further in and...
I mean, like, the Team Star battle themes, or like pretty much all of them, are so good.
And I will admit, my first impression of Team Star was, oh look, a knockoff of Team Skull. But no, I'm digging them now. I'm getting it.
Well, this is a mood.
Oh God, that is true.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want, like, you know, I'll let you guys have a moment, you know, slam back some energy drinks, get some Pop-Tarts in you.
It's Red Bull and Pop-Tarts, the breakfast of champions.
Oh, this child.
I just love it though. Like, if you actually like jump over the gate or the fence, they basically like, hey, whoa, this is not the proper way to battle us. Please go back out and use the speaker.
I did that entirely by accident because I'm like, okay, I thought it'd be a shortcut. You know, I didn't realize it was in their territory.
I'm sorry, child, but I'm going to have to destroy you. Yusuf. Derpy Blob versus Derpy Blob.
Blob war.
That kind of just sums up Pokemon in general.
Also, I gotta say, this might be one of my favorite evolutions of a Pokemon. It just fits so nicely.
It's just a dirty Quagsire that just fell over and couldn't be bothered getting back up.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm
You know
just
what?
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
on the
say-
floor now.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. The Dunsparce evolution is brilliant.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
I don't care what anyone says. Honestly, it's been how many generations since Dunsparce first appeared? Because it was in Johto.
Well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people wanted there to be an evolution of Dunsparce, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, what if it like becomes like this cool dragon? Like, what if it does the whole Magikarp thing where it's like a derpy little snake thing that becomes cool and badass? But then you have people like, but that would ruin Dunsparce. Dunsparce is great the way it is. So
Wait,
this
wait,
is
what
the
you-
best solution.
It was the best thing they could have done. Was the designer went, okay, let's take Dunsparce. Control C,
Yeah.
Control V. There, the Dunsparce.
Exactly. It fits perfectly, and
I think you actually hit Control V one too many times. I mean, Control C one too many times. That can be a rare evolution.
exactly. And from what I could tell, the Dunsparce evolution is actually a pretty viable Pokemon. All things
Yeah.
considered.
Hey, he's been pretty cool.
I do not like this evolution line at all. One of the worst pseudo legendaries, I think.
I think the final evolution is fine, but I have to agree. It's definitely one of the weaker ones.
Like, even with its final evolution, it's fin. I do not like the single fin that it has. Like, they
Yeah.
should have made it a row.
I'd say the Stealth Bomber is my favorite of the pseudo
Oh,
legendary.
hell yeah.
Yeah. But at least the whole Dragon Ice typing is pretty good. Still nice.
And it becomes...
But, yeah. I mean, okay, this one is fine to me. In fact, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be the dinosaur Pokemon, right?
Yeah, like, the middle evolution is fine, yes. I do like the middle evolution.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's supposed to be a Dino Pokemon.
Not quite what I was expecting. I suppose
I
frigid
know.
backs, like, okay, the back is frigid, so it develops into an icicle, but, like, my brain somehow was interpreting backs as, like, bat, and with the things on its arms, I thought it was going to turn into, like, a wyvern or something, kind of like Noivern or whatever.
Yeah, I can see
I
where
will
you're
give
going.
you... I'll give you a hint at what you're missing in that name. Well, actually, it's not really a hint.
Yeah.
So its spine is supposed to be an axe head.
That makes sense.
Hey, here's what I'm... Actually, speaking of dinosaur, are there fossil Pokemon in this one?
Nope.
Yeah, that threw me off.
I mean, okay, technically, yes.
If you're playing Scarlet.
Yes.
I guess that would be kind of weird. If
But
you're
yeah, like...
Scarlet and you found fossil Pokemon, yeah. I guess this is the one time where not having a fossil Pokemon makes sense.
Yeah. But, let's see. What was I gonna say?
I think I like the tech look a little better than the prehistoric look, but I think both camps, they look great.
Also, just might I borrow you for a chat, my man,
Yeah.
as we kids say these days.
Yeah, it's like I just imagine Liberty whispering to him, and it's like you're supposed to add an S to the end. What? It's my man's.
Yeah, the dialogue, yeah, alright. Say what you want about, the gameplay or some of the engine. The dialogue is on point with this game at times.
I see you like me immediately, just like, yep, having the Arc phone.
Yeah. I mean, for one, I would say it's the best design out of all of the custom ones you can get, but also, like, I like to imagine some continuity between this adventure and Legends Arceus in some fashion.
Liberty's just sitting there in class, and she's like, I saved the world from a cosmic disaster, Twice,
no, like
actually.
that lousy phone cover.
Yeah.
Didn't even get a spot in the history book. Not even in the index.
Or even it's like you could do it another way, where she's sitting in class and like the arc phone appears before her, and it's like, wait, what? Why do I have this? Where'd this come from? It's like, this was supposed to go to one of your other timeline versions. Now this is mine now.
Wait, no! If I don't go to the timeline, everything will be.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure Arceus can make multiple arc phones.
Hey, just imagine, it's like, are you sure I could just keep this? I mean, this seems important. Oh, don't worry, it's easy to make those. Barely an inconvenience.
Besides, I own Apple. That'll be outdated in now.
Actually, it's like, thinking about it, what would Apple be? Would it be Silvco or Devon?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, Devin was the one who made, like, a watch that had various apps to go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was also the Poke Gear, but... yeah.
Yeah, I saw the sprite for bloody Stacker. I can't remember its name at the moment. Max Stack. I saw the sprite and I had a bit of a heart attack.
Why?
No.
It looked like Therian form, bloody Tornado, not Tornadus, Landorus.
Gotta love the brick Pokemon.
Like, why is Landorus in this game? Please no.
Gotta love that brick Pokemon. It's so cool. So, I assume you're gonna go and get the new Fire Emblem, Margot?
Eventually, I got other stuff to finish at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling. I mean, it's literally after the holidays, and you're still going through the games you got on your sale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I've got Bayonetta 3 at the moment, which I'm going through.
No, how is it?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
One change that I like. It's an odd change, but I actually like it. So they've removed the ability to equip different weapons to the different slots. Like, you know, in the past games, you had a hand slot and a foot slot. So now each weapon is a standalone like set. But this means that it's allowed more design space for like moveset.
Oh, so each set comes with its own. So each gun set comes with its own movesets or abilities.
Yeah, not gun set. Like, you've got your guns at the start, but then you get like the first weapon you get essentially yo-yos. So she's got yo-yos on hands and feet, and when you have them equipped, she actually uses them like rollerblades.
Okay, that actually sounds awesome. That really does.
And it's the demon associated with them is a basically a fire spider.
I mean, that makes sense with the lines.
You know,
Yeah.
now all I'm just thinking now is, you said yo-yo and doing all these cool tricks. I'm just thinking of that one crappy anime that got a Singapore dub, like Super Yo-Yo King or something like that.
Yeah.
It looked like it was Mokuba.
The third weapon, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it's it might be a hammer. But I've got access to the demon already because you get access to the demon before you get the weapon. And the demon turns into a train. And you get a train form when you go into demon mode.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a new gimmick that Bayonetta has. Each demon that she can summon also gives her a demon mode. So she becomes a train tour.
Nice.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A what?
You know, the upper body of a human, the lower body of a train.
I might have to get Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, that is. I'm pretty sure that is somebody's fetish that they had to put into the game. Like, one of the designers had a specific fetish. They're like, no, this has to be in the game. Why? For reasons. That is just... Oh, that actually sounds awesome. Okay, yeah, I found it. It's called Super Yo-Yo. Yeah, that is crap, like a Singapore dub and everything. If you want hilarious, if you think the 4Kids dub of Yu-Gi-Oh is bad, look up the English Singapore dub. That's the one where Yami Yugi sounds like a surfer dude.
Mm.
That actually is a thing.
God, this music is so good.
It is.
It is rockin'.
I think my favorite song, 2 songs so far are probably Area Zero and well, the final boss, but you know, I won't say any more about that.
Yeah, that final boss theme, it kicks ass. But then again, it's a final boss theme. Like,
Yeah.
a final boss theme has to kick ass, right?
Mm.
Like, at least in an RPG.
Yeah.
Didn't Toby Fox work on that one?
Yes, I believe he did the final boss. He done some of the area themes. I don't think he did Area Zero because Area Zero doesn't really sound like his style. It uses a lot of a cappella.
Toby is definitely the man for a boss theme.
Yeah.
I mean, considering he did, you know, the Undertale soundtrack, I would say that counts for a lot of range.
Yes. And, like, you know, as much as I love a lot of the music in Undertale, I do think Deltarune is probably better when it comes to music. I mean, I hear Field of Hopes and Dreams or Cyber City, and I'm just like, I can just bop out to that.
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say it. Both are great, but yeah, I think Deltarune does have a slightly better soundtrack. But if we're being honest,
Like,
both soundtracks, they got real bangers.
yeah, that's like saying Undertale's soundtrack is a 9 out of 10, and Deltarune's is a 9.5 out of 10.
Exactly. It's like, it's so close to call, and nobody will hate you for liking one or the other. 'Cause
Yeah.
we both can agree they kick ass. Though, won't deny, World Revolving is better than Megalovania. As much as I love Megalovania, World Revolving just is a much better boss.
I do not like Big Shot. World Revolving is better than Big Shot. But everybody bloody blows their load over Big Shot.
When World Revolving is just You're fighting a crazy clown man who knows he's in a game and he doesn't care. He's having fun with it.
Yeah.
Which I plan to have in my Final Fantasy FFG20. Just, he knows he's in a tabletop game. He wants to summon Kefka and he wants to destroy it.
And my favorite boss theme is, of course, Attack of the Killer Queen.
Which I'm actually waiting for more episodes of Deltarune to show up, so I can just enjoy it
Binge,
all.
yeah.
Yeah. As much as I want to play the next part, I want to play the whole thing at once.
Yeah. So that means you're going to be waiting a good 15 years at this rate?
Probably, but it'll be worth the wait. Honestly, though, it'd probably be a better wait than trying to wait for Beyond Good and Evil, whose development hell is actually greater than Duke Nukem Forever.
Hey. We actually got some like gameplay footage of it like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, Duke Nukem Forever also kept getting footage and all that. And look what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that actually surprised me. Beyond Good and Evil is the new Duke Nukem Forever.
Man, one of these that's something I'll have to play one of these days. Is the first Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never actually played it, but you know, everybody keeps saying like one of the most. It's like a quintessential classic.
Well,
But
he's
nothing about it.
yeah. It's a like a classic 3D platformer.
Yeah.
Here's a thing that some people tend to kind of forget. Duke Nukem seems like it was a fairly lengthy, but I think Final Fantasy 15 beat it by a bit in terms of length.
Yeah, remember when it was going to be part of the 13 expanded universe or whatever?
Yep.
Oh my God, you're right.
Its
Thank God.
first footage was released like back shortly after the release of 13.
I was still living with my parents. I was still in high school. Yeah.
What was I? Right, after Bayonetta 3, I'm probably going to play Yakuza 2. So I need to get through the Yakuza games.
You know, I heard the Fist of the North Star game was pretty good. It's basically like Yakuza.
I wouldn't have a clue, but if it depends on which engine it's built on. If it's the Dragon engine, it might be okay. I mean, the Dragon engine's kind of the one that a lot of people are like, it's not the best.
Also fair.
Then again, I suppose they could easily, just because it's built on the Dragon engine, they don't have to use the combat system.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those just check, wait and see kind of deal, yeah. Man, I keep seeing those things like an 80s movie AI art copy.
Yeah, I kind of gotten sick of them at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, I keep seeing it, I'm like, okay, this is great and all, but, I mean, I both love and hate it.
It's like, it was fun the first, few times.
And I feel like that's also kind of like, one, maybe it's just the oversaturation of the image, but when you know it's an AI generated image, it's like, oh, you just entered some prompts into one of those AI things and it generated it for you. It's not like someone painstakingly crafted a model or something to make it look like the thing.
I mean, there is still some finagling.
Yeah, obviously there's more to AI art than just that, but yeah. Yeah.
I think like the last one that I saw that I actually uh I did enjoy a bit was The Simpsons as an 80s sitcom. And I
Oh yeah,
saw
I
that
saw
and
that.
I'm just like, isn't it already an 80s sitcom?
Like,
But it's like, oh, yeah, as in like real
yeah, like
kids.
live action though.
Like,
Like, though that has me wondering. Like, I always think of that as starting off in the '90s. Was it the '80s?
it technically started in 1989.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like, was that as a full-on thing, or was it as part of the shorts for that one show?
Uh, I think it first started off as Tracy Ullman, but then in '89, the first. You know, I'm gonna check.
Okay.
I'm gonna first season Simpsons.
So it started in
Aired
the
on Fox Network between December 17th, 1989, and May 13th, 1990. So
Just on the edge.
it started
yeah, it's definitely 90s.
yeah, it started on the Tracy Ullman show in 1987. Looking back at their designs on the shorts, oh my god, they're so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, they started somewhere. Also, look at this fucking mall ass,
Yeah.
ninja ass, freaking.
You know what? With a design like that, he would fit perfect in Naruto
Yeah.
as the easily visible ninja.
I mean,
Well-
here's the thing. I don't hate this design. Like, I actually kind of like the bright colors and like the drip that
Oh, yeah,
kind of looks like it poison, but it's like,
Yes.
wow.
He has actual drip.
Literally.
So that just reminds me. I've been watching through rewatching like Linkara's History of the Power Rangers.
Oh, I need
And-
to get around. Didn't he release a new one?
Yeah, but like I've sort of like went back to the very start, like when he started like he's doing the remakes of them and whatnot. And there's one part that I just like, man, Linkara, you kind of should do your research a bit, because it's like I think it's when they first get their ninja upgrades. He's like, look at this, a ninja in blue. What kind of ninja wears blue? And as soon as he says that, I'm just thinking, real ninjas wear blue?
I mean, okay, what was it? A proper dark blue that would go against the sky, or was it like a bright blue?
No, dark blue that goes.
Okay.
Okay. Dark blue for real ninjas, bright blue for Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah. But
You
just
know,
like,
it's also a good thing that whenever they say, okay, Red Ranger power, Black Ranger power, or Pink Ranger power. It's a good thing they add the Ranger to it, because it would get awkward when Tommy
yeah,
would say, White Ranger.
yes, that joke gets made all the time.
And now I'm sad because we lost Jason.
Hmm.
Yeah, the actor who played Tommy suicide. He was a good man.
But
So what's your favorite Power Ranger season?
I don't really care about Power Rangers.
Even though you watch the history, though, it is.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm watching it because like first I was like, since I'm in a Power Rangers campaign, I'm like, I might as well at least like brush up on the Zordon era, since that's what we're playing in.
Get the abridged notes essentially.
Yeah. But as I said, like my whole idea for that campaign is my character isn't actually a Power Ranger. They're going full Kamen Rider, and they're basically like, the way the GM has explained it is that our characters are supposed to be like the rookies that get brought in after the actual team, something happens to the main team. So it's like, the idea we're going for is that my character was cosplaying at a convention as like a Pokemon trainer. They had like a trainer belt with like a built-in like virtual pet system.
And I guess the Morphin Grid said, yeah, that'll do.
No, so either Rita or Zed or whatever saw that and was like, hey, we could probably like turn this human into a monster. You know, that way the Rangers will have to hold back. But then, like, morphing grid magic mixed with monster making magic and turned him into a Kamen Rider. Basically empowered the belt with morphing power.
Reminder.
And so he turns into a Pokemon themed rider.
Reminder that the actress for Rita Repulsa, Barbara Goodson, is also the voice of Laharl, the demon lord of Disgaea.
I just love the fact that... Go ahead.
It makes the fact that in the first game, Laharl was asleep for like 50 years. After 50 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer the Netherworld! Yeah.
I can't get over the fact that canonically, yes, she was put into a cosmic trash can or escort the dumpster.
I know, a goddamn space dumpster. She woke up and she's like, "Okay, I'm cranky. The first planet I see, I'm taking over and blowing it up." Oh, hey, look, it's her. Well, there it goes.
Yep.
God, original Power Rangers was just so silly. Also, Bulk and Skull, best characters ever. Don't at me.
But like, I love the fact that I came across this, in the Sentai that the original Power Rangers based on, Zoo Rangers, yeah. Their version of Rita Repulsa, I believe her name was Bandora, the witch.
Like
yeah, she's got a full musical moment where she sings a song. I'm like, man, it would have been great to see Rita try and do that. Just
yeah, you should probably see the season that came after, Kaku Ranger. That's where it's the ninja themed one. That's where the alien ranger costumes came from. It was a fourth wall breaking comedy.
Yeah. I can't believe it's the same with how they...
Ninja sounding like Dudley Do-Right probably would have fit perfectly in that series, if we're being honest.
But yeah, nah, I'm all in the Kamen Rider Kool-Aid.
Hey, at least it's a Sentai. You and I may be into Super Sentai and you're into Kamen Rider, but we can all agree that the Tokusatsu is pretty awesome.
Like, I'm just about to finish. I'm about like 10 episodes away from the end of Kamen Rider Wizard. Can you guess what that season is about?
Is it about
magic?
Sorcerers?
Magic.
Yes. To be exact, it's about the big threat is when certain people known as Gates fall into despair. They basically, their despair turns into a phantom and basically takes over and they become like the phantoms are stuff like Medusa, Phoenix, Gremlin.
Mm.
It's kind of mythological stuff.
Yeah. And like the main character, he became a wizard because there was like basically this big ritual that was held during an eclipse that was to make like hundreds of people fall into despair all at once. And
So release Velma.
so basically, he fell to despair, but then he got over it. And the fact that he got over it, his phantom dragon remained within him, and he was then able to call on dragon's power to become the wizard.
Wizard. That does sound wizard.
His transformation thing is great. So it's like it's all about like putting on rings. He's got a bunch of different magic rings, and then he like slides it across the belt.
Ooh.
And so the transformation sequence is he activates the wizard ring. He's got 4 wizard rings, 1 for each element, and the belt will start to play a song that is Shabba-dooby touch the henshin, Shabba-dooby touch the henshin.
Henshin. That does sound catchy. Cause say what you want, even in a serious Sentai or Tokusatsu, there's always gonna be some silly or whimsy that's just awesome.
When he casts a spell, so it's like, let's say he's using a spell that makes him big. So it'll be like he'll put on the big ring, and it's like, big, please. So every time he casts a spell, it's please.
Please is the magic word.
Yes.
Oh my god, that makes way too much sense.
Yes.
That might literally be the reason.
It is.
It does kind of remind me how with the best Sentai, Gokaiger, there's always that announcer who will call out the name of whatever you're playing. They are like, Akarija! Shiaka! Battle Fever! And my personal favorite, when the 6th Ranger fuses the red and green keys together to become the Christmas Ranger. Merry Christmas! Yeah.
That also exactly happens in Wizard. There's an episode where he gets a magic ring from Santa. So when he activates it, Merry Christmas, please.
That is awesome. No, for real. Check out Gokaiger if you ever get the chance. It's definitely one of the better ones, and you don't even need to know about the Sentai that they're, respecting.
Yeah.
Good movie, too, especially when they get actors from the first Sentai to reprise the role and show up. And a reminder, the first Sentai was in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a better honorary, a anniversary season than Super Mega Force ever was. Ugh.
I'm back. I just had some headset issues there.
Right.
I
That
love
is
Red
a
Dog.
great taco.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, imagine having that snuggling up in bed and you just get that smell of nicely cooked, baked goods.
Yeah.
It's like,
Probably get hungry.
oh, God. This might be one of those Pokemon that you actually eat.
I would not eat
I
this
hope-
good girl.
That would be hard to do that, yeah.
So.
Well,
Uh.
I did finish, I Alice in Borderland. Yeah, Andrew, I think you like it.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like an Andrew type of show.
Yeah. I guess
Like,
that's
is
fair.
it that's one of those battle royale type things, right?
Sort
Well,
of.
Yeah, it's a death game genre. It's like Squid Games, except no, it's not like Squid Games because yes, people die, but they're working together for the most part.
I'm not a real big fan of those like death game type
Yeah.
premises.
I tend to like it because of the whole. I like seeing the elaborate game and the rules and stuff. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, and how somebody solves, gets through the conundrum. That's why I like Kaiji. It's why I like Usagi. It's why I like Alice in Borderland. And it's also why I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
In fact, the current airing season of Kamen Rider is the best way to describe it is for the first 15. Well, I mean, I guess it's Fortnite Among Us. So, yeah, basically, there is this. The threat is dealt with through a battle royale kind of thing, where a bunch of people get turned into Kamen Riders, and they have to multiple rounds, where it's like the first round of each sort of event is the sort of gathering round, where it's like, oh, they're getting loot boxes to get their upgrades, and then the next round is actually like dealing with the event, like there's usually like specific win conditions, and after every event, a player gets eliminated. And so we have actually gone through, I think, 2 cycles at the moment. One, like the main character, Geets, Kamen Rider Geets, he has won basically every time for the last, 2,000 years? Because when you win, you get to make a wish. His very first wish was, I want to be in every one of these Grand Prix.
Well, I guess it's one way to get immortality.
Yeah. And the current twist they've made is now it's like, yes, in this season of the Grand Prix, there is going to be a person known as the Disaster. The Disaster is going to be working against you and trying to sabotage these events. Of course, you have to decide and vote out who you think the Disaster is. So, Fortnite Among Us.
Right. Anyway, I'm getting exhausted. I'm going to bed. Yeah, this was nice chatting, and thanks for letting me know about that. I mean, it does sound kind of neat, and maybe it's something I might head up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Good night.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, you're gonna get soggy bread now.
Yeah.
Soggy bread and wet dog all in one.
Oh, that has got to be the worst smell. So, remind me, Urgle, that Power Rangers campaign, I know you're still kind of getting through it, building up to it. When's the time that you're planning to hold it, time of the day wise?
Hasn't really been decided yet.
Okay. Because, the more stuff gets talked about and the concepts you share with me, I find myself thinking, maybe do I wanna? Because I don't know, the idea of doing like a Power Rangers roleplay does sound like it would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get some healing in.
Yeah, Conrad is playing the Pink Ranger. Or at least a Pink Ranger.
Like, as in your character? Or...
No, I said Conrad is playing a Pink Ranger.
Okay.
I'm going Green Ranger because Green Ranger is meant to be more of the soloist. So I figured that works better for like the kind of power level a Kamen Rider has.
Alright.
Typically a single Kamen Rider has the same power strength as a full Ranger team.
I'd say that's kind of a thing that fits in the sense of like conservation of ninjutsu.
Yeah.
It's like your team of heroes is always going to have enough firepower to meet whatever the threat of the week is.
Yeah. Except for when it's when they need an upgrade, then they're gonna get their ass kicked, so that way they get their upgrade.
Yes.
Like the funny thing is, like, so as like the big thing for Power Rangers is of course the Zords, which Kamen Rider doesn't exactly have, but of course Kamen Riders typically also do fight the occasional giant monster, so they typically have like giant killer techniques. Sometimes it is like their own mech.
It's sometimes they just put the actor on a scaled set.
Like, I think Kamen Rider Wizard's giant killer, from what I understand, I haven't actually seen it yet, but I've heard about it. He basically fuses with his dragon. And his dragon looks like all mech-like. So he gets essentially power armor.
Nice. I like how chill the people around here are.
Yeah, he just goes like, it's like, oh, you kicked your ass, so, hey,
We're tired of
we
being
got snacks in the tank.
It's like we got some sodas. We got a spare hat. You want a hat?
We've got some vending machines, like, yeah, just...
I thought this was an NPC because it was just chilling out, but I guess not.
One refreshing thing about this game is that there is like no kind of oh, we're going to use a legendary to destroy or whatever.
And that is nice, because like they've kind of been doing that for a very long time now, that it's kind of become a cliche.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, yeah, no. Instead of the mascot legendary being the thing that is going to be used to upset the natural order, here, you get it as a bike. You're just trying to help it recover.
Yeah. I really do think that is a cool thing. Like, it felt like a nice extension of, like, okay, we had you using Pokemon in the previous game. Why don't we just roll all their functions into one and say, hey, you're gradually unlocking it? Which I think is a pretty nice alternative take.
Yeah. Did I misspell? Ah, okay.
That's what you. Okay.
Hmm.
No, I don't want to fight. Oh, you're gonna make this hard, huh? Prepare to face the might of my Super Saiyan 2 electric mouse?
Huh. Former treads water. Interesting.
I was expecting it to be on the flotation thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's got them big ol' arms, so... Guess it makes sense he can wade, as it were.
Yeah.
Gonna move his moves around. Feels weird having frickin' Revival Blessing at the top of the thing. Okay, so that... It is not approachable. I see a shiny, and not a shiny Pokemon, but I see a thing.
And you must get it.
Yes, and it was a rare bone. Alright, I forgot I can go ahead. Whee! Just taking stuff from this, what I assume is a construction site.
Mm.
I do like how it breaks up the landscape, but it is kind of weird to like be out here and just, oh, there's just random construction or scaffolding, whatever, for something.
Well, it makes me wonder if, like, one thing they did with Sun and Moon was whenever we found, like, construction sites, in the sequel, I mean, not the sequel, in the, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon games, they all had buildings in those places instead. So, like, it could be a thing where when the DLC for this comes out, there's new buildings.
That would make sense. Hole. Wait, what did I... Oh, this little duder was, I guess, just under the surface. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah. Random box.
I might have made a error.
An error?
He's... Yeah. Yeah, easily fixed.
Oh, thank goodness.
Indeed.
I do kind of like the idea of this little spot here, how there's like a hole in the wall filled with like, I mean, there's other things, but there's like a whole bunch of bagons.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like there was like a, a mama salad that said, you know what, here's a good spot I could put my kids so they don't get eaten by predators or something.
Yeah. And then you come along.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh god, don't eat me.
Although given its bag-ons, it would probably also be, please don't head bonk me.
Yeah. Because what, isn't it in their, they like to jump off high places and land on their head?
Something like that.
I'm not the biggest fan. Like, when it comes to Salamence, I do not like the evolution line in terms of, like, Shelgon just seems way too out of place.
It's like basically a sphere of scales or whatever.
Either that or Salamence is the one that's out of place. It's kind of got that Dragonite problem.
Yeah, I
could
see.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because it's like, I can almost see it fitting in the sense of, like, it reminds me of how, like, the bug types go from, like, a small form to a cocoon form to the big form.
Yeah.
But it does seem weird for a dragon.
Like, I think that's the thing the most about Pokemon that really irks me, is when you have these evolutions that just don't seem to really work. Or it's like either it feels like there's a misstep that took place somewhere along the evolutionary line, or like sometimes it doesn't look like there's enough change. Like, again, Pawmot, I like it, but there is almost visually not much difference between stage 2 and stage 3.
Yeah. Like, I do like how it turns out, but it does kind of feel like they, almost as it was said, they just kind of took the one thing and added in a little extra. Hi.
And what is this friend shape going to be? It is going to be a Terra. Ooh, that's
Fire.
yeah. Fire is probably God of War's best Terra type. I love it so much. It's like, oh, what's that? You've sent out a God of War? Ha! Sending in a steel type. Wait, why's your God of War fire all of a sudden?
Yeah. Let's try a nest ball. Cheerful spirit of its trainer gives it energy for its psychokinetic power. It spins and dances when happy.
Yep.
I don't know what. I know, this'll do for now. screw it. Let's just go to France. Why not?
Yeah. Tried that already.
What was that? Oh, it's one of you little duders. Okay. And... No! A magic force field blocks my path.
Indeed, it does.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they just like I kind of would have thought they'd do that. Oh, you can't go any further, and then warp back. But I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, people have already found a way to clip into there, though. They can go into the underworld. But yeah, like, obviously there's nothing there.
Yeah. You mean to tell me they wouldn't make a fully designed area? Yeah. Okay, so it's looking like this area can only be approached from up here. So, you know, maybe my next goal will be the Dargan thingo. Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe, you know, I've been going for like 2 hours now. This is probably a decent point to stop anyway.
Yeah.
Just pick a... Yeah, go back to here. Do a save.
When is dinner going to arrive?
Whenever it is least convenient for you to do for it to do so.
It'll be least convenient for me right now. Damn. There are so many character concepts that I want to play.
I know that feeling.
Like, I just saw a YouTube short that I've got it on pause at the moment. I started it and it's like, it's about Midna, and I'm like, I want to play Midna. Just a little tiefling goblin. Like I that's what my witch goblin is based on, Midna.
Yeah, that
Especially
was
with the fact that
Necromancer one.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
it's like I could play her, but I'm like, if we're going to be cops, having a necromancer, it could work. It's like, oh no, we need to, like, this is the victim. We need to find out who this murdered this person. I can talk to him. Please don't. What? You want to find out? I can ask them. But necromancy bad. The short is just about how Midna speaks English. Yeah, that one's a pretty well-known one.
Yeah. Also gonna say bye to whoever's watching at the moment.
Bye.